Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian and welcome back to Imperator Rome as we are playing as the Roman Republic. So one person mentioned in the comments of the last video that it looks like Epirus is gone. They've been completely wiped out. I didn't even notice that. So yeah, they're gone. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump into today's episode. Before we let this start playing here, there's two things I wanted to mention in regards to comments on that previous episode. Just some questions people had. So the first one is about integrated cultures. So I had multiple people ask why we don't integrate the Etruscans. Because if we did, then we're going to get all of those, all those pops will then provide us levies, and that's a lot of levies. I mean, you can see here, they're almost as large as our Roman population. They're 3/4 the size of them. So that would result in a lot of pops producing units that aren't doing so now, and would greatly increase our overall levy size. And many people are wondering why I'm not doing that. So I had mentioned that there was a penalty for integrating cultures, that it reduces the happiness of all integrated cultures. And several people noted correctly that that penalty isn't so bad that you can't integrate cultures, because obviously if it was so bad, then you wouldn't be able to use the mechanic. However, there's one other penalty that I didn't mention yet, and I probably should have mentioned, and I guess it's not really a penalty. It depends on how you look at it, because maybe it's something you don't mind. Obviously, if you're integrating them, then it isn't something that you mind. So maybe it's not necessarily a penalty, but it's one more mechanic that you need to consider. When a culture is integrated, that means it will never assimilate. If you make them either citizen or noble, they become an integrated culture, then they do not assimilate to your primary culture anymore. So while yes, the happiness penalty is not that bad, and we could make them an integrated culture and get all the benefits from doing so, if we do that, then we're basically saying that Etruscans are going to exist forever. And not only that, they're probably going to become more populous. So that's the reason why I'm not integrating them. Not because of the happiness penalty, but because I want all of all of Italy to be Roman. That's my goal. So eventually, hopefully that'll happen. It's going to take a long time, obviously, to integrate all those cultures, or assimilate all those cultures into ours. That's the reason why I'm not changing their civic rights, why I'm not making them an integrated culture, because I want them to all assimilate. So that's the main reason why I'm not doing that. Had a couple people mention that. Another thing that was mentioned in the comments of the last episode is that I didn't build any of the supply trains. The little donkey carts here. I didn't build any of those because I didn't want to pay for them. We'd have to pay to recruit them. They're not like super expensive or anything. We'll just take a look at the cost of these. They're only 20 gold, 500 manpower. So, they're not expensive. You do have to pay maintenance for them, though. So it's a bit of maintenance here. And that's the reason why I didn't get them, is because we don't need them right now. As long as the Legion is just sitting here training, there's really no need for them. Now, we will have to get those. We'll probably want to get about 2 of them, I think. One would probably be suitable for right now, but eventually we're going to want to get 2 in the Legion before we go to our next war. And the reason why, you can look at here for our food capacity, the reason why you need them is because you don't have very much food capacity. Look at our food capacity, it's 29. That's not very much. Our unit uses 1.95 food per month. Let's just say they use 2. That means we have less than 15 months worth of food on us. So we would not last that long in hostile territory where we can't get any food. Once you run out of food, then you'll start taking attrition. So the units will just start taking casualties. So you don't want to run out of food. But when we're just sitting here, you'll notice that our food is being increased by 1.95 each month. And we're getting this from the territory. So if we were to look at the food here, then you would see that from units resupplying in province, up there at the top, 1.95. So our units are taking the food from the province. So that's the reason why we're not running out of food, why it's not an issue. As long as they're in our own territory and the territory has enough food to feed them, then we will not have any issues. It's when we go into enemy territory that we will not be able to feed our troops until after we take the capital. So if we were to attack into here, once we take this capital location, we can then use the enemy food in those provinces. So until that point, you need to have enough food to keep them fed, probably for a siege, which might take a little while. So that's why you want to have have that supply train. But we don't need it right now. There's no reason to pay for them. I don't see any benefit of it. Giving them experience is pretty useless as well, since they don't fight. They're considered a support unit, so they don't fight unless, you know, all the units on the line are destroyed. They try and stay behind. And if they do fight, they suck. That's not their job, obviously. We just take a look at their... I don't think we can see it in here. We'd have to go to the levies here. So you can see they do negative 90% damage to everybody. So that's really not their job. But look at that food storage. 50 for one supply wagon. We have a food storage of 29 here. So that would greatly increase our overall food storage. So we do want to get it before the next war. We've got an event here, trade winds. The fickle seas can bring ruin or prosperity to many locales, and the city of Neapolis appears to be reaping the rewards of a particularly good trading season this year. Let us hope this good fortune lasts. So we can say excellent, we're going to get a nice 30% local tax bonus, or we can say use the extra funds to encourage visitors to stay, in which case we're going to get local population growth and migration attraction. If this was in the capital, go with that. And I mean, even the population growth is useful no matter where it's at. I don't really want pops migrating there. I'd prefer they migrate to the capital, if at all possible. I know that our capital is kind of, particularly the city of Rome, is kind of hitting that cap right now. Yeah, we're under the cap now because we did just construct a building for that. I prefer to just get the money, particularly because we're sitting here in the negative and we're trying to get out of that. Because that's also reducing our stability right now. And more pirates. I think I showed this before. Well, that's what happens when you get hit by the pirates. Less taxes, and the pop demotion speed is increased. That just means that they demote to any pop, group that is lower than them quicker. I assume that's because they're not doing well economically there. So we do have an election coming up, and these are the two characters here. Again, we're not really going to get too involved with this. I don't really care who comes in place. This is part of the Boni party. Interesting. I don't think we've had a primary consul from that party. Over here, he's part of the Popularis faction. Okay. So yeah, it seems like the Boni are increasing their control overall. I'll be interested to see exactly what happens here in this election. It looks like that's what's going to happen, though, as of right now. It could change, of course. Somebody noted the fact that our current consul was not married. I was wondering if we would arrange marriage for him. We could. But I'm going to be honest, guys, with the Republics, I don't know, man. The characters just aren't as important for me. And we just had that election, by the way. So yeah, the Boni party is now in control. And they do give the different bonuses there for having each party in control. So if we were to just take a look at what their current support is right now, they actually have a lot less support, and even though they have the consul in here, and that's based, who becomes consul is not based on who's the more powerful party, it's based on the characters. So if you look here, you'll see the succession support, so that's the reason why they're the top candidates here. So it's not entirely based off, you'll see that it is affected by the overall party power here, but that's not what is directly controlled by. It's based more on the characters. So yeah, we got them in control now. They do not have control of the government, though. You can see the Popularis faction is still the largest party, and thus we're going to need to get approval a little bit higher. I'm probably not going to do much to make an effort on that unless this is something really easy here. Okay, so they want 5 buildings here. Well, that wouldn't be that difficult because they're already at 2. So we'd only need to build 3 more. I mean, I guess if we get the money, I'll do it. But maybe we'll get an event about it, and then that'd be even better, although we probably wouldn't get to pick which buildings we want on there. That'd be an easy way to get approval. It costs a bit of gold, of course, but yeah, maybe we'll work on doing that, especially considering the fact that we've already gotten to the building cap here in Rome. All right, so a lot of stuff we need to take care of because we had the new election. Let me just make sure that's paused when this is over. And looks like their new consul, we have not looked at him yet. His current stats are Martial 3, Finesse 10, Zeal 6, and Charisma 8. Very good finesse, but yeah, a lot of his stats are pretty garbage overall. So we're going to be using our co-consul here. So the co-consul kind of makes up for many of his weaknesses. Not all of them. The Zeal's, not as good as it could be. And that'd be really helpful because our stability, I wish that was a little bit higher. But yeah, he'll be our marshal. And for the finesse and the charisma, we'll get that from the primary consul here. And that is not a bad finesse score at all. We can take a look at his stats real quick, see how those are affecting us. So if we look at, for the ruler, technology speed plus 5% because this guy is a scholar. That's super helpful. I really like that stat, that trait, excuse me. He's a founder. which means that his build, he'll have a decreased build cost and increased monthly stability change. So that's really nice. And he also has the governor effects. I didn't note those. Those are going to affect our capital. So more research points and increased local citizen output. Oh, he's been maimed. So that's the reason, part of the reason why his martial is so low. Seems like the scholar's also affecting that. And he's shrewd. Okay. So that's our consul, our current character. How old is he? He's 56 years old. He's got a few kids, a daughter and 2 daughters and a son. And he is married. So the event is Senatorial Resistance. Appius has proven to be a contentious candidate as consul, maybe because he isn't supported by the primary party. Previously an outspoken critic of the government, he was spoken of with contempt during meetings of the Senate. All were surprised. Therefore, you know what? I think we've read this event before, so I won't read it again. So our options are saying it's not worth upsetting the balance just yet, losing approval from the other 2 parties, or you say bring them to heel, in which case we lose stability and gain tyranny. All right, I say we just do this here. I know that the Optimates faction here, or Optimates party, doesn't really like us. Luckily, they're not very powerful. We got a lot of opinion with the Populares, so we can afford to lose that. All right, so let's go and take care of all this new stuff that needs to be done. We have an open position and a scorned family, so let's go ahead and get the Tribune of the Plebs filled out. Man, we've got a very good character here, but we need somebody from whatever faction, whatever family he came from, the consul or the co-consul. So we're looking at the Claudii family. Okay. And then I think it's the co-consul that was the governor here. So we need a new governor as well. All right, well, let's see what we got here. I didn't see anybody from the Claudii family, honestly. Yeah, there's not really anybody. Oh, another note about the family name. Somebody else suggested that, you know, I'd stated that somebody said that we should pronounce this as Desi, Fabi, Claudi, and Corneli instead of, you know, what I've been saying, you know, Fabii or whatever, or Fabii. And somebody was saying that you need to pronounce both the I's, and they're both E sounds. So both of those pronunciations would be wrong. Then instead it should be like Claudii EE. I'll tell you what, that even sounds stranger. So we won't be doing that one either. I'm just going to stay with the Claudii, but I did want to note that somebody said that. I don't even know which ones are. I'm just listening to you guys. Pronunciation's not my specialty at all. I think I mentioned that early in the series. You know, I think we're just going to go with this guy here. We could go with the level 9 and 10. I think we're going to do 10 and 9 because they don't even have that many troops here. So yeah, we're going to go with him because I think the finesse will be a little bit higher, a little bit better. His loyalty is kind of low, but that's okay. All right, so we're going to put him in place, and he has decided to focus on the acquisition of wealth. So we're not going to let him do that. We're going to have to change him over to cultural assimilation because I do think it's pretty important to try and get these guys all assimilated. So we've got that position assigned, and we still have to find somebody for the Claudii family. And I'm not seeing anybody, so we might have to make some adjustments here. Maybe look at some of our other positions. Again, I don't want to change these 2 out. Do we have anybody that's like happy? Or nope, nobody. All right, so what I think we're gonna end up doing is just creating like a fleet, guys. Because yeah, there's just nobody here that's even remotely decent. I mean, you have a level 5 here. That's about as good as it gets. Could put this guy in place. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna do that. Yeah, we'll just put the best guy in place, which would be this Lucius. Yeah, I think that's who we'll put in there. Could also put Marcus the same. Yeah, he's the same raid, and he's actually from a family. I suppose that makes more sense. Let's put Marcus in place here. So we've got him there, and now we just need to create a fleet to deal with this situation here. I could look. No, yeah, I can build that. So yeah, we're gonna have to create another fleet, and you know what? I think this might result in us having some issues, guys. Let's check. Because again, I think it's 1 more position, but I did admit that I could have been wrong. There could have been 2 more positions before we had issues. We don't want to do this one. We want to do one of the other ships here. We'll do that one. All right, so let's go and select and see if that does result in. We have that really good marshal as well. All right, so let's see if we can find. Yep, this is him here. He's actually not bad. Yeah, he's really not bad. Let's put this guy in place. And let me see. Yeah, that was enough. I thought it was 1 more. So 1 more, and we're in this position here. Alright, so that's unfortunate, but you know, I don't know that we could have avoided it. Eventually it was going to happen, guys. So I think we're going to have to go ahead and put some people in place here. And just finally start using the tribunes. And I'm going to look for family members. That guy's going to be the commander of our actual army, so we'll fix that soon. I guess we put Quintus? Yeah, I guess Quintus could take over here. I think, let me just double check here. I think we need one for everybody but the Decii. Now we have the Fabii, so now we just need the Claudii and the Cornelii families. So we're not going to be able to do all that with the Legion, guys. Yeah, there's just not enough positions here. So we could put this Claudii member here. And so now, the only ones that still aren't appeased are the Cornelii family. So we're going to have to find a position for them, and I suppose it's going to have to be another ship. Unless I can find somebody here like to replace. And there's really nothing, yeah. So another ship it is then. So let's just split off one from here. And we could do this with a bunch of characters. But remember, we do have to pay for each position. It's not without any cost. So we're looking for, I think it was the Cornelii. Let's see if we can find them here. And that's the best it gets. Alright, well, he's not actually going to be leading any ships, so that's fine. And with that, everybody should be appeased. We're just using too many minor characters. Oh, we got an event here. Bountiful Harvest. Alright, so we can go with the stability or some approval from the Boni family with a whole bunch of money. You know, guys, I really feel like we should go with the money. Yeah, let's do that. That'll also increase the approval because our approval was not all that high with them, but now it's not looking too bad. Sitting at 72. Not bad at all. Alright, so we have some money. I feel like we should go ahead and spend it. Yeah, let's go ahead and spend it. So I guess what we'll do is start working on that mission. Might as well get some buildings going here. Right now they have 2 training camps. Alright, well, let's just take a look at what pops they have. Alright, well, they don't have the nobles. So what we might want to go ahead and do, we could increase their nobles up by getting an academy there. And we do not have an academy in Rome. I think the reason why I didn't build that is because we actually had a pretty good ratio for the nobles. But we could always get more there, I suppose, by building another academy. And it also increases their happiness, makes them more effective. So could do that if we wanted to. But we'll build it here and get more nobles in this area. And then with that built, the next building we'd want to go with is, to get the library, so we can increase the research points here. Yeah, I think that's the best way to do this. Just kind of have these cities focusing on research. We have Shame of a Governor event. In the midst of a fallow season, Publius Marius, one of our most esteemed governors, held a vast and lavish party in his summer palace. Didn't we just put this guy in place? Yeah, we did. I think that was the last episode. Even his most loyal subordinates were shocked by his display of contempt for the plight of the common man and have written directly to us. So what are we going to do here? We can demand payment for the territory. I think we've had this event. So we can do that. He'll lose some loyalty. He has the loyalty to spare. We can demand his resignation, which I really don't want to do that. Or he said the commoners are not our problem, in which case we would give up some of our own popularity. And he would become more loyal. Huh. Yeah, I think we should do that. I don't really want to pay the money. So we'll do that. We lose a little bit of popularity. Obviously not a good thing, but there are many ways to get popularity up higher. So as far as when we're going to go to war with these guys over here, I want to get this aggressive expansion burned down a bit more, guys, before we do. And this whole time we're able to get the legions trained and to get more of that military experience. It is helpful. So yeah, we'll just continue working on that. Getting manpower built up and getting stability built up as well, which is always helpful with those research points. And we can now get another omen. I don't think we'll need the discipline against these guys. So instead, could burn off aggressive expansion quicker. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. Yeah, let's do that, guys. It doesn't make a huge difference, but it does help. Get it done a little bit quicker than we would otherwise. Tribal Proposition. So we've seen this event, and it's going to give us some gold, some increased opinion. Little penalties there as well, but we're getting a little bit extra tax. We actually do have some money to spare. But we'll just wait to spend it. I want to spend our money on building this location up. And, well, we're actually done building. Okay, I didn't realize that. Well, then we can go in and get this now. Let's go and get a library. And so, yeah, notice the pop serial start promoting up to nobles. Already we have 6. I think we had 5 last time we looked at it. A scientific breakthrough. So one of our researchers, that'd be maybe Vipier, thinks he's just about to make a notable scientific breakthrough in the research he is currently working on. All that is needed is some more supplies and funds for the next couple of years. To be able to get his hands on some of these, he has personally asked our consul, Appius, if he can be given access to them. The rest of our research would... Okay, so we've had this event too. And I think we're getting at the point already. Only episode... I don't know what this is, episode 7, 8? And already we're starting to see the same events popping up here. So we can say he'll get everything he needs. And he'll get that plus 85% of martial advances, which... That'd be really helpful, but of course it hurts all the other research. We can say... we're not going to squander it on him. He's going to lose some loyalty. We have that to spare. Or we could set aside some new funds for him. And I think that's the best option with us being a scholar. That's a very nice option, in fact. Spend a little bit of money, and we don't get the penalty. Now, we're not going to get as big of a boost, either. But yeah, I don't want to get the penalty for all of them. Because frankly, researching... I can just find the damn technology button here. Researching these here is not the way to go. I mean, what you get for each tech is nowhere near as good as what you get from the innovations. So allowing one tech to research up really quick and get the extra morale is not as helpful as having all of them research at the at a good speed and getting all of them done with the benefits you get plus the innovations. Yeah, I just don't see how that's better. Warrior's Honor. The battle-hardened soldiers serving under Gaius have performed mighty acts of valor. Gaius in his act of benevolence has requested permission, so that's another one we've seen. So let the soldiers have their due. Or this is a dangerous precedent. Yeah, I don't really want them becoming more loyal. But yeah, I guess we'll do that one. Yeah, that's fine. I don't really want to lose the stability. And increased discipline is nice. So let's go ahead and replace our commander here. I never did that. We want to go ahead and put him in charge. He's that fantastic commander with the Conquer trait. It's going to give him increased assault ability, so that's very, very nice. So yeah, we'll put him in charge. Alright, so still getting that aggressive expansion burned down. I want to get it where we're not getting a penalty here for the stability anymore. Now we could check that stability up higher. If we wanted to spend some of our points here. But I don't think I want to do that right now. Yeah, we'll just get the aggressive expansion burned down. Vagaries of the state. While the Senate was in session this afternoon, a little-known man by the name of Stadius stood to give a rousing speech on the subject of foreign policy. While his argument was ultimately unsuccessful, many heads were turned by the beauty of his oratory. Perhaps this is someone we ought to keep an eye on. So we say troubling. He's going to get a lot of prominence. Wow, that's quite a bit. He had 0 prominence, and now he has 50. Everybody was quite impressed with his speech. We do not have the money yet. But we almost have them up to 5. We just need to get one more building constructed here. So that's what we'll do in our next little batch of money there. So more Hyatt troubles. Again, there's nothing you can do about it unless you keep your navy paid for. You just got to take the penalty. I feel like keeping your navy paid for is more expensive than the penalty you get. So we just let the pirates do what they want. The best way to deal with them, though, is to deal with the pirate havens where they're coming out of. So we had a death here, a death of the censor here. Okay, we'll take a look at what this is. So he's challenging the holding that belongs to Appius here. And so we can say our time is valuable. He'll lose money and Rome will gain money. Or we can say this land has belonged to us for generations, in which case we'll get some stability. All right, well, I really want those research points up. And we're earning pretty good money, so let's go with the stability. I know it doesn't make a huge impact, but, it's like 2% more research points. So yeah, not bad. And that's a percentage, of course. So we got some furs some people want to trade for. I think we're going to continue trade with Thrace here. Yeah, let's trade with them. Although we could also trade with them to hurt Carthage. I'm hoping these two fight. It looks like they're fighting right now, actually. Yeah, it seems to be the case. They're actually at war right now, so we want to help them. Now, I don't know if there's anything we could do besides giving them money that would actually be helpful. We can just look through here. Oops, I don't want to do that. And we just look through here and see if there's anything. But yeah, we can send them a gift, but yeah, I'm not seeing anything that would help him out that much in a war. What would 25 gold do for him? So yeah, we'll give him a gift. And yes, the sensors needs to replace, so let's replace them. Which family is scorned? Just take a look at what family came from, the Decii. Alright, so let's just go ahead and see what we got available here. Well, I feel like we want somebody decent, but we don't have to have somebody decent. We could put Sextus in there. Yeah, let's put him in there. I think he'd be a fine choice. You know, it's not going to get as much on the party approval, but you know, a lot of those characters don't have much statesmanship, so they would have been starting at level 1 regardless anyways. More pirates. These pirates are getting brazen, and there's a lot of them too, so even if we did ever our navy paid for, I don't even know if we could beat them. Probably. We might be able to beat them. So, several years of widespread crop failure has taken its toll on our country. While our people initially persevered with true Roman spirit, now they've begun to blame their governors, enemies, and even advisor they seem most responsible. Oh, poor Sextus, he just got in this position. Wow, and he's already being held accountable. That's messed up. So we can raise the price of grain, in which case we're going to lose popularity. Or we can say seize grain from all visiting merchants, in which case we'll gain popularity, but we're going to also gain corruption. Ow, we'll get a little bit of corruption. Let's see how much this is taken down by. Looks like none, or it hasn't updated. Yeah, we're just kind of stuck with the corruption. Alright, well, that's fine. He got more popularity. I feel like he needed it. People were not liking our consul here. So yeah, we got the popularity up. It looks like it's ticking down because, yeah, we're above the base right now, and we have nothing that's currently increasing his popularity. Alright, aggressive expansion is getting down, but just not quite there yet. So we're going to let it burn down a bit more, guys. We're making some progress on the time as well. Of course, that's mostly letting our enemies get more powerful, I suppose, though it looks like Carthage is having some issues. So they might actually be getting more weaker. I am noticing that, yeah, they're over here. Entered into Iberia. And we have an event about a pirate lair. It's come to our attention that a pirate lair has sprung up in Buca. That the local merchants and traders clamor for us to root out these pirates so that their trade ships can continue to sail along our shores unmolested. An advisor of Appius comes up to him and says, "My consul, I have a cunning plan." So we can say we will dislodge these pirates by force if necessary, in which case Buca is going to get some penalties. The overall province will get some bonuses. Or say, oh, what is it? And the pirate colony will get some benefits, but Appius will lose that popularity we just got for him. We'd get the just trade if we went with this. This would result in us getting more monthly stability and increased monthly civilization change in our capital, where we're the governor of. And also increase finesse. That's nice. He already has really high finesse. That'll get us up to 11. That'll be super helpful. As far as where this is, I actually had to go look for it. It's right here. You can see that the pirates are there right now. They're considered mercenaries because you can hire them. You can hire them in your wars if you want to. I didn't mean to select all of us. I meant to select the province here. So that's the province. Here's the state. They'd be getting those benefits, just so we are aware of that. So yeah, let's do this. I know we're going to lose some money. It's only 12 months though. Overall, I think it's a pretty good trade-off. It's a good trade. And we got a great new trait. The just trait's pretty damn good. Got that 11 finesse, which of course that's giving us these bonuses here. Bill cost's gonna be cheaper. And national commerce income will be increased. We can go ahead and get this last building constructed. So let's go ahead and do that. So you see that the noble numbers are up. Let's see what we want to get here. We don't have a court of law, and so that would be helpful to get the local civilization level up a bit more than what we would get if we were to build another library, which is only 2%. It does get that more local research points though, so that's nice and helpful. How are all our pops looking as far as happiness goes? Everybody but the slaves are pretty darn happy, so don't need to worry about that. Alright, so yeah, I think we might just go with another of the libraries. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do, guys. How are they doing on food? They're doing fantastic on food. They do not have a port here, so we could get a port going there, but there's ports all right here. So yeah, you know what? Let's just go ahead and get into the library here. I don't like that research. Because when you think about it, there's nothing really better than research in a way, because with the research you can improve every aspect. You can improve your economy, you can improve your stability, you can improve your military. Like everything can be improved with the innovation. So kind of works for everything. So we got our second military experience tradition here. So we decided to go down the Roman traditions. So let's go and continue focusing on increasing our siege ability. Oh, we got 3 innovations from this as well. All right, nice. Now let's go and get that. And yeah, we'll go ahead and spend those immediately. Maybe put some into the military. So let's go ahead and do, and these ones are pretty darn good here. Experience decay would be nice though. Yeah, let's go and get that. And then we could go ahead and continue down this route so we could eventually go that way. But you know what? I really think we should start working on this one next. And you know, I'm just going to spend all of these on Marshall. So yeah, let's get the army morale recovery. I mean, we're Rome. That makes sense to put a lot of investment in our army. So yeah, we'll get this, and legions will now generate more military experience from those sieges. And we're going to have more discipline and less chance that those cohorts are going to become loyal to their general. Alright, excellent. So aggressive expansion's almost there, because again, I wanted stability where it wasn't going down anymore. And so yeah, we're just about there. Probably declare war pretty soon here. Where's our experience at? Alright, yeah, it's looking pretty good. I suppose there's no reason why I can't go ahead and start this war up now. Let's go ahead and move our units, put them in place. And one question that was asked, let me get these guys moved first though. See where we need to move. Alright, so we have 2 locations we're going to have to siege down, right here and right here. Alright, well I suppose we'll go after, well we'll just go after both of them probably. So we'll bring these guys, I don't know who has the larger army. So we'll bring these guys here, but one thing that was asked of me is, can we raise up our levies before we go to war? And we absolutely can. This is such a cruddy general. Wow, yeah, he's really bad. So yeah, we can raise our levies, as you can see here, and then we can move them in place. It's definitely an option. So let's go and get these guys moving over to here. And you know what, guys, I'm going to go around the other military up just because he's such a cruddy marshal. He's so bad. So we're going to raise up these guys as well. These guys will go over here, and then we'll declare war as soon as they get over there. And we should probably go ahead and get that unit for our legion as well. Alright, so let's go to make sure that we get 1 of the supply trains. Alright, fantastic. So that'll put us at like 6,000 troops, I think, for them. And you'll notice with the legion here, we now have a lot more food. I don't know if there'll be enough food in this area for them all to sit here. Probably not. I'm just trying to see how much they're getting every month. Yeah, we'll see. We might have to move those around a little bit. And plus, I really want the legions to get some food here. So yeah, they're now getting 2 for every month. They're gaining 6.58 per every month, and they're eating 2 every month. So we got some approval from the Bony party. That's excellent. Yeah, I don't want to move them over here because I don't know if there's going to be enough food for all of them. Oh, this is 2 different areas. Alright, so yeah, it should be okay. I'm going to move them. Alright, so we got an event here about maintenance. Guards and visitors have pointed out for quite some time that the temple of Jupiter Optimus Maximus has started to deteriorate. Now a very prominent visitor from our foreign ally pointed out that our once proudest landmark is decayed and that place is damaged. Not only is this affecting the morale of our nation, but it also diminishes how we portray ourselves to other nations. So we can say we must restore our monument to its former glory. So it would result in us losing money, but getting increased happiness. And that's helpful, but it's not really necessary because the people in that area are pretty damn happy as it is. You say there's some charm in letting nature and time take their course, in which case they're going to lose happiness. Or you say look over the finances and see if we can afford the reparations. So this is not going to be as expensive. And it looks like we're actually going to get some money and increase population output. That seems like the best option for me. Yeah, let's go with that one. And so few of these events. Damn, we're already up to the next consul election. Alright, well that's probably good. Because he's garbage. He's not good. So we might want to disband those guys based on this guy's marshal. Yeah. So yeah, let's just disband these guys. Don't need to pay for them. I only brought them up for their leader. So yeah, we'll move these guys in here and then we'll declare war. Unpopular consul. So I think we've had this event before. So yeah, odd time we'll see this division healed. And this will, yeah, hurt integrated culture happiness for 2 years. Said the people simply love circuses. Maybe we haven't seen this much actually. And then we'll lose a bit of money, and Servius will become more popular. All right, so we did have the election, by the way. Execute some of them, and they'll come around. We'll get tyranny, and then we'll gain. All right, so you know what? I feel like this is just 2 years. This is not that big of a deal. And tyranny would also cause problems with happiness. So you know what? Let's just go with this one. So yeah, we had the election. 2 elections in this episode because we haven't had conflict. The lack of warfare has resulted in this going much faster than usual. So we do need to get somebody there. We have 2 positions open, so we should just keep the Decii family in mind. But with the Tribune, I think that's who we're on, right? Yeah, Military Tribune, we want the best guy, which would be Lucius here, even if he's not a member of a family. Here, it could be anybody. So let's try and see if we can't find somebody of the Decii family. Ooh, Lord. It's going to be somebody pretty cruddy, isn't he? Marcus isn't too bad. So yeah, we'll go with that. Yeah, I want the national tax a little bit higher, but we need to keep them appeased. Unless we can find somewhere else to do that, though firing that guy would irritate him. Now we got a pretty good guy here. Yeah, he's solid. So could always switch him out. And just had to kind of rotate everybody around. Let's take a look at our tech. Because yeah, this is where it really matters. Just see if there's any positions here. Appius would be fantastic at this. Yeah, I kind of want to put him in place. Yeah, I think we're just going to rotate everybody around. Here we're probably fine as is. And same thing with here. Though we could put Appius here as well. And that would work, and that would get rid of this guy, who's just a minor character. Alright, yeah, I guess that's the way we'll do it. Seems like the best option here. Yeah, we'll do that. It doesn't change the research at all, but it's just kind of helping us get people more appeased, try and get, hopefully, you know, maybe, well, no, we'd have to get 6 in a position. Yeah, we're not going to get anybody grateful. Unfortunately, that's not going to be an option. Alright, so let's just go to rotate around here and see what we can do. So we got the best people here. I don't really like having him there, but I guess there's no real options here other than that, unless we put a minor character in place. And that would irritate that guy now, since we just gave him that position, then to just snatch it away from him like that. That's just cold-blooded. Alright, let's go and place this guy here. I suppose he works. And I didn't look at their state, so I should have seen that. They should have based it off of that, since there was nothing else really to consider there. Alright, so with the other positions that are not as important, let's just see where we can pull from. So yeah, we can pull from the Claudii family to get the Decii family appeased with us. There's a lot of this rotating around. We could just put them over here, honestly. I think that's probably the best way to do it. With those ships. Yeah, let's just do it with the ships, guys. So we'll just get somebody here, and we actually got somebody who's pretty decent here. Alright, excellent. So no problems there anymore. You know what, guys? I raised this army up, and I did not realize that we do not have any claims against any of these guys, I don't think. If I'm not mistaken. I'll go ahead and double check. But I think we do not. Yeah, I didn't realize that. I thought we had it. But then I realized the last minute here we do not. Alright, well that's unfortunate. It means we don't really need these guys raised up. Alright, so let's just go ahead and form one then. We'll attack... I suppose we'll attack them. They do still have... Yep, they do still have the defensive. Alright, so let's go ahead and get a claim. And... doesn't really matter, we'll just do it on that one. And maybe we want to put these guys down now. Kind of sucks I moved them way over here. How long is it going to take? It's not going to take that long. But we are paying for them, so it's highly inefficient. Attack the pirates. Servius has spent a year drilling his forces, gathering supplies, and making the necessary preparations. His advisors cannot agree, however, on whether it would be best to attack them by land or by sea. So we can go the overland route, in which case we'll get a boost to our armies for the next 5 years, and the pirate haven will be removed. Or we can say our navy needs the experience, in which case we'll get the morale of navies increased. Let's just go the overland route. I like having that morale of the armies there. Do the guys even have fleets? They do. And I think we're sieging... Yeah, we'd have to move our ships over here as well. And we're no longer importing precious metals. So that's a problem. We'll have to take a look at that. Let's go ahead and get these guys training while they wait. And we're probably just going to have to disband these guys. Yeah. We'll just have to do it, guys. It's unfortunate. Yeah, we're just going to have to wait. I completely forgot about getting the claim there. We do have to fix the issue here. Looks like we're not getting any of those precious metals there. Alright, well, let's see if there's any import routes that we could like cut off that are no longer needed, that maybe we're appeasing with local supplies. As of right now, it seems that iron and cloth would be the two that we have a surplus of, but we're not trading for either of those. Alright, just wanted to double check. So we do need the glass, and then of course we lost the precious metals bonus. So do we want to trade for the precious metals? Let's just take a look if that's an option, you know, to get that national citizen happiness up. It's not really necessary. Citizens kind of like us quite a bit. So let's go ahead and trade for another glass. And that will give us the country civilization level. That'll be super helpful. So we'll get that. We do still need one more trade route though. So I found a papyrus, guys. I've been looking for this for the entire game. Thrace has some papyrus for us. So we'll trade for that, but there's no more papyrus. So we might not be able to get the capital bonus. But it still helps get local noble happiness up, I suppose. Alright, so just training these guys up now, waiting to get this dang claim. So we get the martial advances. Excellent. And I guess we'll go ahead and spend it here as well. Spend it on a martial advance. Let's get... we could go ahead and start moving down here. Again, there's some great bonuses. It's not just about getting the extra legions, because again, our extra legions would be tinier. We couldn't even form them, honestly, because we can't pay for them. I really just want the bonuses here. I think that would be the best way to do this. We could look at other options. Supply limit's always nice. Of course, there's some great bonuses here that we haven't even started working on yet. In fact, I almost want to do this one, the army weight modifier. That'd be really nice to have as well. You know what? We're going to go and get that one. We won't go any further down just yet until I finish over here. Yeah, let's go and get that one. I think that'd be useful. It means our troops wouldn't use up as much supply. And more pirates. So there's less pirates over here, but there's still those guys. So we're still having pirate problems. It doesn't seem like we've been rescued from our pirate issues at all. The Greeks of Massilia have once again launched an expedition to explore beyond the Pillars of Heracles, no doubt searching for trading opportunities with the barbarians. Their previous expedition seems to have yielded little in the way of results beyond some ravings about the tides and spurious tales of mythical islands. But the ports are alive, chattering soldiers, sailors, spinning the yarns of the captain's record and how to handle the various horrific beasts that hide in the great ocean. Can't read for shit today. Let them chase their delusions. So abundant produce. We're also getting a lot of events. And let me see if we've read this one. I think so. If we haven't, then you guys can read it. So we say, we will shower the people of Rome with bread. More popularity for us, but a lot of other issues here. Or the surplus will be put to good use. Looks like no matter what, he's going to lose loyalty. And the province is going to lose loyalty, so it's just about popularity or money. That's really the choice here. Let's go with the money. All right. I do want to see if Rome, if their population has grown enough for building. No, not quite yet. I just want to wait to get that. We do have money, but maybe we should save it for the conflict here, because we're not really earning a lot right now. We got another omen we can get. All right, well, aggressive expansion is burned off now because it took so damn long because of this. So that's not a problem anymore. Could go in and get the discipline so we do more damage. That would be unnecessary, though. Let's just go with the... I don't know how much that's going to pay off. It'll pay off a lot more than it did before. Yeah, let's go and get that. Get a little bit more money here. Gets us up to 1.78. Right, excellent. All right, so we're almost here, guys. And once we get that, we'll be able to get this war started. Unfortunately, that's probably going to be the end of the episode. We're going to have to declare war and then it's over. So let's go ahead and get the military raised up. And we're going to go ahead and raise up them and then bring them over here again. That's going to take some time. So get them raised or brought all the way over here. Another Bountiful Harvest. Excellent. Let's go with, how much does the bony approval sitting at right now? Very high. Alright, so we could go for the money because that's always helpful. We could also go for the stability. I think that's what we're going to do. I really like getting those research points, man. Very helpful. Alright, so as soon as these guys are here, we will declare war. And I thought we achieved that agenda. You know what? A new government came in, that's right. That's probably how we got the bony approval so high as well. So the Popularis faction loves us. They want appointments of Lucius as a governor, or just holding a non-researcher office. Okay. I don't know why they're so set on giving this guy a position here. He sucks. He absolutely sucks. Alright, he wants to become a governor, and I say, nope. I don't think so, buddy. You're not replacing Publius Marius. No sirree. So we're just going to have to take the hit. Thankfully, we got that very high approval with the Popularis faction, but yeah, that hit the support in the Senate kind of hard. Alright, so let's go and just turn this down a notch and declare war. Alright, so they're going to bring in all their allies. So we're able to fight them all at once. So we're going to go after, well, do we want to... I don't want those guys doing that anymore. Let's just give them a second to raise up their armies. Let's see where they go. So he's coming over here. Alright, so let's have these guys go over here while he does the siege. We'll use the levies for the attack, because remember, the legions get the extra military experience for the sieges. So we could go and pay for our fleet so we can move them out. Won't be able to do it just yet. Yeah, we can do a little bit of battling of these guys, and that would really help on the fleet over here. I did forget about them. So we'll be able to attack that 3,500 immediately. Quintus died from dysentery. That's a terrible way to go. Pooping yourself, man. Ugh. So now we got a scorned family with the Fabii. I'm guessing he was in the Legion. Yes. Alright, so let's see. We got a Claudii family member. Is there anybody with the Fabii that is decent? No. Is there any family that's currently appeased? Or, you know, over appeased? We got a position we can take from? That's a no. Alright, so that's kind of a bummer. Alright, well, let's see if we can't put this Appius guy in place here. And then that way... Oh, we already have. Okay, I didn't realize that. Alright, so that's actually not going to work either. Huh. Yeah, we might have to just give them a position anywhere. We'll see if they have anybody who's decent for a government position. Like replacing... Oh, I don't know who we're going to place just yet. Yeah, there's really nobody. Who's the family I just gave? Claudii. Alright, so... Yeah, there's really no positions to give to them. I might just let them sit irritated. Yeah, I might just do that. That's probably for the best. We can replace this commander now, if we wanted to. But yeah, there's just nobody. Alright, well, I think they're just going to have to be irritated with this. They're not all that powerful, so it's not that big of an issue. Alright, so we have our first battle over here. We killed all 3,500 of those troops. Very nice. Legions, man. Legions. I got another 3,000 coming here, though. I'm just going here because they took that capital. Now, they still have to take the fort before they actually start flipping stuff. But yeah, we'll go all the way over to these guys here. Is anything over here? Okay, no risk of civil war or anything like that. Just want to keep our eye on that since we do have an irritated family. Our coffers are looking bare. This would give Marcus some money, and Rome would gain some money as well. Or you say for the Senate, in which case Marcus gains loyalty. So Marcus is the tribune of the plebs. That helps because that gets that political influence up. Yeah, that's always helpful. And somewhere's going to get a fortress, which looks like they already have a fortress, so that's actually might be a good thing, maybe not. Let's just go here and see if we want to keep that. I don't know if we even want to keep this here. We're not over the limit. I suppose it's good for the money, and we are in a war, so yeah, sure, why not? So if they do attack there, it's going to be a little bit more challenging for them. Alright, so we're going to try and chase these guys down here. Looks like we should be able to catch them, get them destroyed, and then we can attack here next, I suppose. So we weren't able to get them all engaged. 500 did get away. Alright, so we'll do a battle there real quick, and then maybe do a siege. And looks like we're not important stone anymore. Alright, so if we want to keep getting that benefit. Oh, we actually had more than enough, it seems. Alright, so we don't even need to trade for that. Alright, so we'll find something else to import. I highly doubt we're going to find any Modifiers. Nope. So that's kind of a bummer. Because I'd really like to get that bonus that we get. But unfortunately, this is going to have to be the end of the episode, guys. We just started the war, and we already have to end it. You can see that they did take a province here, unfortunately, which was that capital there, which we have no other fortifications, which means all the territory here will be going to them. And that's one reason why it's really good to have forts in those capital areas now. But we're almost done with the siege here. Probably halfway done with the siege here. We are taking attrition. Let me see how we're doing on food. We're okay on food. We're currently using 2.20 per month. So we should be able to last for the rest of the siege. That'll be fine. And we're going to do this battle here. And we could always raise more troops to chase these guys down. We could raise up this other levy here. Raise them, and then that'd give us a few troops to try and deal with this situation here. And maybe we'll go ahead and do that, actually. Give us 2,500. It's not enough to battle all these guys, but maybe to get that capital province back. Oh, who took this over here? I don't even know where they came from. We gotta go over there and get that. Yeah. Alright, so they're over here just taking all of our stuff down here. And it's one of the penalties when you try and focus on a siege first over actually destroying the units. You know, they would have raised them back up eventually anyways, but yeah, when you do that, you focus on the siege, and then it lets the enemy kind of roam all over your territory, and we don't have enough forts. Yeah, there's just not enough forts, but I don't want to pay for them, so. This is the last conflict, guys. As soon as we finish up this war, then all this will be ours, and we'll be able to go down here and start attacking the Sicilian powers. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and end today's episode here. Hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. I do hope to see you guys on the next episode, and thanks for watching.